I am so exhausted in my life. You have no idea how going to high school and then never having a girlfriend in high school, going to community college, spending 4 years there, never having a girlfriend, only to transfer for 1 year at a university, and still nothing. In high school, I wanted a relationship but never got it. In community college, yeah, you were more free to do what you wanted, but the aspect of a relationship was still what I wanted. And at the 4 year level, I realized that the only thing around me is hookup culture. That's the only thing that was around me, just hookup culture. And even the girls who were in relationships, full on relationships, even they cheated on their boyfriends behind their backs. So one one of the reasons why one of the reasons why I just I don't want to enter a relationship and then not expect getting cheated on. More like I'm expected to cave to let anything bad happen to me. And it seems like whenever that happens, my life goes to shit. And even I want to pull away from women. And I don't want to interact with any of them. No matter what I do, even if I try to be polite, courteous, it seems like the only thing that women respond to is actually just approaching them and asking them to smash. And for me, that I put it under the category of masturbation also. I almost the same as porn addiction, except you're just having sex with someone, but you're not fully invested in them. Almost similar to porn addiction. You're gonna go and watch a video, you're gonna watch other people have sex, but you're self-pleasuring. There is an aspect of distance that separates it. Obviously, hooking up is better. But what if you just don't like it? What if the sex is mediocre and you regret it? What if it turns out to be something you don't want? What if it turns out to be you catch the wrong STD and now you have to live the rest of your life that way? What if you get a disease and you can't have children anymore? What if you end up getting someone pregnant that you don't want to get pregnant? What if these tiny things, these tiny pockets of what ifs and marginal errors always come into play in my mind? And when they come into play in my mind, if it doesn't translate well out here in the physical world where it's not a scenario, I can there it happened. It's not a scenario, it happened. I picked up the napkin and it's no longer a scenario, it actually happened. All of these intricate tiny things are being taken care of immediately. And the problem that I hate, that I don't like about hookup culture is that it takes away a little bit, it takes something away from you. And it 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 almost it almost drains you. Haha, funny. But it's almost like as if you should have never have hooked up in the first place. More like it just wasn't the vibe. And the way I am spiritually, a hookup just does nothing for me. Granted, porn addiction should have never have done anything for me. I should have just quit immediately, and then girls are right in front of me. They're right next to me in class. They're in front of me when I'm walking. There's that one at the library. There's that one at the cash register. And believe you me, being rejected by 300 women, that's exhausting. If you've ever been rejected by 10 girls in a row and you actually like them just to get rejected, all right, at least I approached. No. Girls nowadays, what they want is for you to just hook up with them. They don't want a relationship. They don't want marriage. They don't want children. Girls nowadays, what they seek and find value in validation is hooking up, because it seems like as if that disconnection from an actual meaningful relationship and sex, it's light years. They don't even want to touch relationship. They don't even want to touch the subject boyfriend. Forget about husband. They don't want you that way. All women want is to hook up, and that's it. I am not the kind of person to hook up and enjoy it and then move on. I will admit it's an enjoyable experience, but if it turns out that I have to cut the strings that I just got done connecting on you, touching you intimately, caressing your body, things I want to do to you naked, me naked and her naked. There's a woman naked in front of me. And in the end, we're not boyfriend, girlfriend. We're not gonna marry at the end. In fact, we're just hooking up. In fact, don't even think we're friends. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go hook up with someone else. As a matter of fact, it seems like women are the only ones who enjoy hookups. I'm not a bad boy, though I have been complimented to be a bad boy. I'm a bad boy by experience. I know how rough and how evil women are. But to a certain extent, I refuse to accept any more. It is just simply, it just simply doesn't exist. It just simply doesn't exist. A lot of girls, I'm not the answer for them. In fact, that I never was. But now that I'm strict, I actually I'm not hooking up with anybody. I don't masturbate to porn. If I masturbate at all, it might just because, well, I don't want artificial stimulation. Maybe if I fantasize about an actual girl being with me, that would help rewire my brain and choosing more physical intimacy rather than porn. But even then, it's so exhausting because I'm no longer in school. I'm no longer studying medicine. I no longer have any friends that I can relate to. Everybody around me is in hookup culture. All of my old friends are in whole ass relationships and marriages. The only thing around me is hookup culture, so I can't fucking relate, and I don't want to. Obviously, I'm sorry, I can't relate. It's an aspect that I want to sleep with you. But knowing that you and me are not exclusive to each other turns me off so much. I lose my appetite, and I automatically disqualify women from the very beginning. And let alone if a girl changes her hair or the way she looks or how she behaves around me, it sets off an alarm in my mind that's, oh, wow. Okay, I knew she was, okay, obviously she's attractive. I like her, she's pretty. But damn, she looks like she has a glow to her. Something about her makes her look amazing. And just knowing that she's in hookup culture, I cannot wrap my mind around that. I just can't. Maybe you give up. Maybe you stop caring. Maybe you just don't give a fuck. But at the same time, I've been hurt just from the mere fact that I masturbated to porn up my entire life, for my life to go from an uphill to an immediate drop. I'm going to stick with the relationship. I'm going to stick with boyfriend, girlfriend. I'm going to stick it out with a wife and a soulmate. Because I just can't. I downloaded Tinder. I downloaded Snapchat. I downloaded Instagram. I downloaded Reddit, Twitter. I downloaded Bumble, G-Spot. I did all of that. Twitter has porn. Dad has porn. Instagram has softcore porn. Reddit, you can access porn on Reddit even though in your phone you have blockers to block you from watching porn on the internet browsers. All the girls on Tinder, the hookups, the girls on Bumble, they don't even want to be in a relationship. It seems like they also want to hook up. The girls on Chispa, same thing as Tinder. None of them want a relationship. If you really, really, really are into hookups, then that's for you. But for me personally, there's nothing I can do if I just don't feel comfortable. There's nothing I can do if I just don't feel comfortable. I just don't feel comfortable hooking up. I don't feel comfortable actually just hooking up. And that's it. We're not exclusive. That in and of itself honestly gives me a lot of fucking anxiety. Knowing that we're monogamous to each other for a small window, and then we gotta go our separate ways. It ruins the fun before, during, and afterwards. You need I need that small level of relax. I'm not gonna hurt you. In fact, I actually like you. In fact, I don't want what you and me have to all of a sudden end. And if it does, I'll shed a tear. I'll boo-hoo. I'll cry. But I'm not that fucking stupid. I've been through it, and I'm still going through it 6 years later, and I'm barely getting out of it. Barely getting out of it. And that's that for the past 6 months. I've only masturbated 5 times. I want women to just view me like how I view them. I don't want to share you. That small difference from we're hooking up to I like you. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. In fact, I want to build with you. And it seems like I never got that. Ever. I got stuck on Pornhub, and now I don't want to feel stuck with someone. I want to be comfortable with someone that I can know. I'm gonna be with you for a while. We're not hooking up. I'm gonna be with you for a while. I like you. I'm comfortable with you. It's a good thing. Why change? Sure, something's gonna happen, but I like what I have with you. It's just yeah, sure, I gotta lose the weight. Maybe I gotta get these acne scars off of me. Look a little bit, maybe look a little better. But it's just, I for sure am not hookup material. Trust me, I am not hookup material.